In this tutorial, I'm going to add some gadgets to our desktop. Now, gadgets are small applications that can add novelty and help to personalize our desktop. If you've used Windows Vista in the past, or you have Windows Vista, gadgets are on the right hand side on the sidebar, and they're already preloaded and available to you when you use your computer. In Windows 7 though, we have to look for them, and what we need to do is anywhere on our desktop, right click once, a menu appears, and second from bottom is gadgets. If we left click on gadgets, a box appears with the gadgets that we have available pre-installed on our computer. Now if we want to get more gadgets, we can go via the hyperlink at the bottom right hand corner to get more gadgets online. But what we're going to do is we're just going to run through these gadgets. Now we have a calendar, a clock, and then we have a CPU meter. Now a CPU meter is a central processing unit meter. And what it does, it monitors the usage on your computer. Now I would suggest until you know much more about your computer that you don't bother with a CPU meter at the moment. And next to CPU meter we have a currency, and we can use this to get a quick currency converter so we can get a rough idea of the changing currencies if we're going on holiday. And next to that we have the headlines. We can get the headlines so we can always keep up to date with current affairs, a puzzle to keep us amused, a slideshow of nice pictures, weather. We can get the weather on our desktop anywhere in the world, and then Windows Media, which takes us to Windows Media Center. Now I'm going to put a few of these onto our desktop and then we'll take a quick look at them. So I'm going to put the calendar. So if we double click on there, the left button, or we can use a right button, right click and just add, clock, add, and you can see them appearing on the right hand side of our desktop. Currency, add, headlines, add, and weather, add. Okay, I'm going to exit out of the gadgets box, and then when we move our mouse or cursor over the top of the gadget, we can get some options available to us on the right hand side. We can close it, we can make it larger, like so, smaller, and we can drag it. So we can drag the gadget, but we're going to move it to the middle. There we go. Now if I double click on this, it opens it up and displays January, and we can move the months like any other calendar. Clock. Now if we move the mouse over the clock, we can close it, and we've got some options there. The spanner means we've got some options, and also we can drag it. So let's just drag it in the middle and then take a look at the options. If we click on the options, clock name, and we can put a clock name if we want there. We can put Big Ben if we wanted to, and we can put a current time. So we could put the time for Caracas or Newfoundland, and we can left click on there to select the time for Newfoundland and press OK, and that gives us the time in Newfoundland. And go back to options, and we can change the way the clock looks as well. We've got 8 different clock types. So there's another clock, there's another clock, there's another one, there's a pretty woman with a flower, red clock. So all sorts of different clocks, and if we wanted to, we could actually name it, as I say, Big Ben. We could call it Newfoundland, and then just press OK. So those are the things we can do with the clock. The currency, we can move that across, we can make that larger, And we can also make these change the currencies, so we can have US dollars and we can have the British pound there. News headlines, move that across, and if we click where the hand is, view the headlines, and that will turn on the automatic feeds. Okay, now I'm going to make this one larger, and then I'm going to drag that into the top corner. So I've got my news feeds in my top corner, and the last one I've got down here is I've got weather, and I'm going to go on holiday shortly, so I'm going to get the weather in Spain. So type in Spain for my weather, do a search, Madrid. So Madrid, Spain, and instead of Celsius I'm going to have Fahrenheit, and press OK. Drag that to the right hand side, drag my clock to the top, and drag. So there we have. And there we have our gadgets. Thanks so much.